Greetings! Welcome to our 20-minute VINYASA flow for period power and womb healing class today. I am your yoga instructor, B, and we will be actually going through a VINYASA flow that is focusing on taking back your power with your period through womb healing by reducing common period symptoms like painful period cramps, heavy blood flow, bloating, and hormonal imbalances. With this period power and womb healing vinyasa flow, we want to surrender to the flow in an effort to heighten our spiritual connection through the mind, body, and breath. We want to release any discomfort, tension, or anything that is not in alignment with having a positive, productive, and peaceful menstrual journey ahead. So let's go ahead and get started. Standing straight and tall on our mat, head high to the ceiling, and on our inhale, we are going to come into mountain pose and raise our arms to the sky. And on your exhale, we are going to bring our hands down to prayer into forward fold. Feel free to bring your arms behind your ankles and fold your body into your legs. Take an inhale and halfway lift to neutralize your back. Then on your exhale, forward fold. Gently roll up to standing. We are going to place our feet hip distance apart, slightly open towards the end of our mats. And we are going to take an inhale and rise up to mountain pose again. Strong arms to the ceiling. And on your exhale, we are going to come into prayer hands, then all the way down into malasana squat. For an added stretch, you can place your elbows on the side of your knees. Feel free to rock side to side if that feels good to you. Breathe in here naturally. Make sure you are tucking your hip bones. Come to the center, then place both hands on the mat in front of you. We are going to take an inhale to prepare. Then on your exhale, we are going to lift our hips up in the sky. We are going to step our legs back into downward facing dog. Straight flat back with your arms straight. Feel free to pedal your heels out for an added stretch, breathing here naturally. Place your heels to the ground and then take an inhale to prepare. And on your exhale, we are going to ripple forward to plank and take our Chaturanga Dandasana. For a modified version, you can go into plank and do a modified push-up with your knees on the ground. Lean forward in an angle and take an inhale into your tricep push-up, then exhale into upward facing dog. Or you can do the traditional Chaturanga Dandasana. Take an inhale into a tricep push-up, then exhale into an upward facing dog. Lift your thighs off of the mat. Then on your exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, and on your exhale, release it all out. Take an inhale to prepare. Then exhale and drop your knees to the mat and come into a tabletop position. Let's prepare for cat-cow. Take an inhale and open your chest to the sky. Strong arms with your shoulders over your wrists, lifting your head to the sky. Then exhale and arch your back, looking towards your navel, sucking your navel into your ribs. And 2 more times. Inhale, open your chest to the sky. Then exhale, arch your back and look towards your navel. Last time. Inhale, open your chest to the sky. Then exhale, arch your back and look towards your navel. Neutralize your back in a tabletop position. Take an inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, lean back into a child's pose. Let's stay here for 3 deep breaths. Deep inhale in and deep exhale, let it all out. Another inhale in and deep sigh out. One last time. 1 deep inhale in, and on your exhale, deep sigh out. Inhale back to tabletop, then on your exhale, lean forward to a modified push-up and come down to the mat, or you can come all the way down to the mat. Release your arms to the sides with your hands facing towards your feet. Straighten your legs and spread them hip distance apart, and place your forehead on the mat. Let's transition into our locust pose. Take an inhale and lift your arms straight up and lift your legs towards the sky. Then on your exhale, lower your arms and legs back to the mat 2 more times. Inhale and lift your arms up strongly, pointing to the back, reaching for your legs and lifting your legs. Then exhale, lower everything to the mat 1 last time. Inhale and lift everything up and hold for 5 seconds. Then exhale, lower everything to the mat. Wiggle your hips slowly to release any tension in your lower back. Continue to wiggle your hips. Breathe in here naturally. Neutralize your hips and bring your hands to your sides by your chest for our cobra pose. For a modified version, feel free to do a baby cobra and lifting your chest slightly off the ground with your stomach still planted to the mat. Then exhale and lower down. For the traditional version, we're going to shift our hands out slightly, lift our chest, lift our stomach off the ground, and on your exhale, you're going to lower back down to the ground. And for an advanced pose, you can shift your hands slightly out even further on each side and spread your fingers, your chest, stomach, and hips off the mat with just your thighs planted. Then exhale and lower back to the ground. In whichever level is most comfortable for you, we are going to do this a total of 3 times. Inhale and lift into your cobra, shining your chest to the sky. Strong arms with your shoulders over your wrists to protect your back. And on your exhale, lower back down to the mat. And again, we're going to inhale and lift into your cobra position. And then exhale, lower back down to the mat. And final time, inhale and lift into your cobra position. And exhale, lower back down to the mat. To reset, let's take an inhale and lift up, and exhale, lift back into your child's pose. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you, and this time, turn your hands up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale back to a tabletop to neutralize your back and exhale it out. Take an inhale to prepare, then on your exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. On your inhale, we're going to lift our right leg into a 3-legged dog, straight into the air, and on your exhale, come into a pigeon pose. Uncurl your left toes, place your hands firmly on the mat, and you could stay in this position. But if you would like an added stretch, take an inhale and lift your chest to the sky, lifting your head high, and on your exhale, lower down and place your arms folded in front of you and lower your forehead to your arms. Stay here for one deep breath in and a deep exhale and sigh it out. On your inhale, lift your chest back to the sky and place your hands on each side of your right leg. Curl your left toes, lift your back leg up, and on your exhale, lift back up into your 3-legged dog. Inhale and lower your leg down to the ground, and exhale to ground yourself. Now, let's do the other side. On your inhale, we are going to lift our left leg into a 3-legged dog, straight into the air, and on your exhale, come into a pigeon pose. Uncurl your right toes, place your hands firmly on the mat, and you can stay in this position. But if you would like an added stretch, take an inhale and lift your chest to the sky, and on your exhale, lower down and place your arms folded in front of you, and lower your forehead to your arms. Stay here for one deep breath. On your inhale, lift your chest back to the sky and place your hands on each side of your left leg. Curl your right toes, lift your back right leg up, and on your exhale, lift back up into your 3-legged dog. Inhale and lower your leg down to the ground, and exhale to ground yourself. Take an inhale to prepare, then exhale into a chair pose. Feet hip distance apart and grounded to the mat, arms by your ears pointed towards the sky. Ensure that your back is straight. Then take an inhale to prepare and lift your toes up to balance your body. Then slowly lower your booty to the mat and then lower your hands down to the ground. Let's prepare for our wide angle pose. Open your legs wide to the mat, pointing your toes. On your inhale, lift your arm up, and then exhale and fold over to the left, taking a deep stretch. If it feels good to you, turn your chest, shining it brightly to the sky. We're going to release, then come to center. Now on the other side, inhale and lift your left arm, and then exhale and fold over to the right, lifting your chest to the sky. We're going to then release and then come back to center. Now flex your toes and ensure that your knees are staying pointing straight up to the sky. Taking an inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, we're going to walk your hands straight out in front of you. as far as you can stretch comfortably. Breathe here naturally, ensuring that your back is straight. Take an inhale to prepare, then exhale and walk your hands back and lift your chest up with a straight back. Close your legs so that they meet together straight in front of you. We're now going to turn long ways towards our mat with our feet together and flex. And on your inhale, lift your arms straight in the air. Then on your exhale, lower over your legs, bringing your forearms to the ground on the sides of your legs. Then lower your chest to your thighs. Feel free to stretch your hands and grab your feet. Ensure that your feet are flexed and you are breathing here naturally in your seated forward. Take an inhale to prepare and exhale, lift your chest to the sky. Let's prepare for our Lord of the Fishes pose. Bend your left leg with your foot facing back towards you and lift your right leg over your left thigh. On your inhale, lift your left arm, and on your exhale, lower your arm over your right leg and twist towards the back. Let's release and do this on the other side. Switch your legs with now your right foot facing towards you and lift your left leg over your right thigh and knee, still sitting straight up, elongating your back. On your inhale, lift your right arm, and on your exhale, lower your arm over your left leg and twist towards the back. Let's release our legs into cobbler's pose. Inhale and suck your navel to your ribs. Feel free to slowly flutter your legs like a butterfly. If you would like a deeper stretch, pull your feet out away from you. Breathe here naturally. If you are fluttering your knees, let's stop here. Take an inhale to prepare, sitting straight up, and on your exhale, lower your chest to the ground for a bound ankle butterfly pose. If you are able to, feel free to place your forehead on your feet or on the mat. Ensure that your back is straight and that you are not arching your back. Just breathe here naturally as you feel a deep stretch in your hips and thighs. When you are ready, take an inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, and roll up to sitting. Take your hands and slowly close your knees together. And for a teaser position, if you feel inclined, slightly lean back, then lift your arms and legs into a boat pose position. Take an inhale, then exhale. Let's prepare for toe taps. Hold your navel in, and on your next inhale, you're going to lower your right toe to the ground, then exhale, lift back up to tabletop. Inhale and lower your left toe to the mat, then exhale back into tabletop. Keep going. Be sure to inhale and exhale, maintaining that flat, straight back, sucking your navel into your ribs. All right, and last time, lifting it back to tabletop. Take an inhale to prepare. What we're gonna do is lower down into boat pose, then lower your arms and your feet down to the mat. For a modified version, take an inhale and lower your feet, placing them firmly on the mat. Then on your exhale, lower your back down to the ground, vertebrae by vertebrae. You wanna make sure that our head is firmly on the mat and our lower back is firmly planted to the mat. On your inhale, lift your knees for the knees to chest position, Apasana, slowly to your chest, and on your exhale, wrap your arms around your legs and pull your knees into your chest. You can stay here for a good stretch, breathing here naturally, or if you want an added stretch, you can slowly rock side to side to release any tension that you may be experiencing in your lower back. Come back to center to neutralize your back. Take an inhale to prepare, then on your exhale, lift your legs straight to the sky, pointing your toes into an inverted leg pose. Imagining that you have your legs along a wall. Inhale to prepare, then exhale, flex your toes. Ensure that you are sucking your navel into your ribs 2 more times. Inhale to point your toes, then exhale to flex. Last time, inhale, point your toes, exhale, flex your toes. On your next inhale, lower your legs by bending your knees, then exhale and place your feet firmly back on the mat. Let's prepare for our bridge position. Ensure that your legs are hip distance apart. Take an inhale to prepare. Then on your exhale, slowly lift your hips to the sky. You're going to inhale to prepare, then lower to the ground on your exhale. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale to prepare, then exhale to lift your hips straight to the sky, and then inhale to prepare, then exhale, lower your hips to the ground. Last time, take an inhale, and then we're going to lift our hips hips up on our exhale, let's hold here for a few breaths, breathing naturally. If you would like a deeper stretch, clasp your hands together, holding your arms straight out towards your legs under your back. Then inhale to prepare, release your arms, and then we're gonna exhale, release our hips back down to the ground. Let's prepare for happy baby. On your inhale, you are gonna lift your legs to tabletop. Then on your exhale, you are going to grab the outside of your feet, and with each hand, you're gonna pull your feet down towards your armpits. Keep your feet flexed and your hips planted to the mat. Stay in the position, breathing naturally. If you would like an added stretch for your lower back and hips, you can begin to rock slowly from side to side, still breathing naturally. Come to the center to neutralize your back. On your inhale, lift your legs to tabletop, and on your exhale, open your arms straight out to the side and lower your legs to the left on the mat and turn your head to the right for your reclining twist. Breathe here naturally, feeling a deep stretch in your lower back. Take an inhale to prepare, then you're going to bring your head back to center, and on your exhale, lift your knees back to tabletop to neutralize your spine, and then we're going to do it on the other side. Take an inhale to prepare, then on your exhale, you're going to lower your legs down to the right, and then turn your head to the left with your arms still straight out. Breathe in here naturally. Take an inhale, and then lift your legs back to tabletop on your exhale to neutralize your spine. Lower your feet to the mat out of your tabletop position and plant them firmly to the mat. Let's prepare for our recline goddess pose. Take an inhale to prepare, and then on your exhale, slowly open your knees to the mat. Feel free to place one hand over your heart and one hand over your womb or your sacral chakra. We're going to take some deep breaths here. Feel free to close your eyes if bending your knees is too much in this position. For a modified version, feel free to release your legs straight forward, feet mat distance apart, into corpse pose. All right, we have made it to the end of our practice and we'll proceed to Shavasana. If you are still in your reclined goddess pose, use your arms to close your knees and then release your arms to the side and your legs straight in front of you with your feet mat distance apart. Release your body, release all tension in muscles. Slightly open your mouth and have a gap open so air can come in and out. So release your muscles in your mouth. Make sure your tongue is not at the roof of your mouth. You can keep your hands to the side with your palms facing up, breathing naturally. We want to think about all the goodness that we did today in this practice. Taking your period power back, combating any period symptoms, and telling yourself how good it is to participate in this intermediate flow yet rejuvenating practice. Breathing naturally here. The lessons that you learned today, you will take with you and continue to practice in an effort to reduce discomfort with your period and achieve optimal womb wellness. And when you leave this practice, you will feel renewed, whole, healthy, wealthy, but most importantly, peacefully because you deserve it. Continue to make normal breaths in and out with what you see fit. Now, if you are prepared to move forward with your day and begin to awaken your body, take an inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, turn over onto your side in a fetal position. Stay here for a moment and place your hand on the ground and lift yourself up into a seated position. Sit up nice and tall, and on your inhale, lift your right arm into the air and twist over on your exhale. Come back up to a seated position and on the other side. Inhale, then lift your left arm up and twist over to the right and exhale. Sit up nice and tall. All right, guys, we're going to come up and finish class today. We are going to take an inhale and we are going to lift our arms high to the sky and come to prayer. And exhale down. We manifest intentional thoughts, genuine thoughts, peaceful thoughts. Intentional words, genuine words, peaceful words. Intentional love, genuine love, peaceful love. And if you would like added affirmations and manifestations, we are going to inhale and lift your arms up to prayer. And on your exhale, we're going to do an I am power statement. I representing inspiration, A representing affirmations, and M representing manifestations. I am a goddess. I am divine. mind. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. I am peaceful. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am enough. I am love. I am here to achieve optimal womb wellness. I am pain-free. I am taking back my period power and another opportunity at life. I am grateful. Thank you. Ashe. Thank you so much for attending our class today. We did a vinyasa flow for period power and womb healing by surrendering to the flow and heightening the spiritual connection through the body, mind, and breath. We had the opportunity to show our body some self-love and were able to practice grace and patience with what our body is currently experiencing. We hope that you enjoyed this practice. Feel free to save this for future reference. We manifest a positive, productive, and peaceful menstrual journey ahead and the remainder of the day. Peace.